All right, here's my Sunday breakdown for next week. We are looking at from Monday 28 to Friday the 2nd of March. So we're not interested in NZD CAD just because we're in a giant weekly range. Same thing with AUD NZD. Let's start with the knot. Let's see what's going on here. So let's just wipe everything off. Weekly is at a higher high with an indecision candle. Can we counter trend? Does the daily align? The daily needs to have a shift of structure and then we can go counter trend. So boom, weekly take profit is first point would be right here. So this would be counter trend. So Euro USD can go into needs daily shift of structure. And we're just gonna flag this blue so we know it's done. NZD weekly, we've pulled back. Did we break structure on the weekly here? Let's grab our tool real quick. We did break structure, so we're bullish. We can look for a weekly wick pullback up to this structure. Um, and the daily will be in trend as well too. So the daily needs to just shift structure. So we're actually waiting for the daily to shift structure. So just boom, and we can do it here. So blue, and this just needs a daily shift of structure as well too. AUD JPY, let's just wipe everything off. Weekly pulled back. What does the daily say? Daily's bearish as well too. Did the weekly pull back to an area of interest? We go, yeah, actually, it's like such a solid zone. Okay, so this one was just because the daily pulled back, the 4 hour needs to shift structure. So we're looking for the 4 hour. Simply put, just break below and then go lower. Weekly take profit is down here. GJ on the weekly kind of looks messy already because this is kind of like just ranging in the middle on here. So I'm just gonna say I'm not interested. Okay, so we're gonna leave that there. Euro NZD weekly didn't really pull back to anything, and it's you can't do counter trend because we're already there, and the weekly didn't pull back to an area of interest, so not interested in that. USD CZK weekly's at a lower low. We'd be looking for counter trend trades, which would basically have to come right here. So there's just not enough room. Okay, USD PLN on the weekly, reset everything at a lower low with an indecision candle. And next weekly structure point, if we do, would be here. What is the daily saying? The daily would have to shift and it'd pretty much be there already. So we just got to leave this one till next week. Euro PLN, we are at a higher high with an indecision. Counter trend is right here, so we can't do anything. So USD CAD, we got elections coming up tomorrow. We have had a super deep pullback. It's bearish, it's indecision. We'd be looking for counter trend trades, but it'd have to come back to here, and we're basically there already because the daily would have to shift to get up there, so not interested. Weekly take profit, counter trend. Euro HKD weekly is bearish and we're in all this and we're just not interested because we'd have to counter trend trade it. Counter trend would be here. Can't sell into all of this, so just not interested. Let's just do that. And basically, we just wanted to do something to get out of that. Like, we're just not interested in that. Keep it simple. We've pulled back. I don't like how we'd be forcing an area of interest right here to do it, because we'd have to make this bottom zone work. And the daily would have to shift bearish in order for it to work. Like, how far ago is it? 2016, not interested. USD NOK in that range, not interested. Euro AUD didn't pull back to anything. Maybe we can do counter trend trades. The daily's not going to shift in order to have counter trend trades. And okay, not interested. GBP AUD at a higher high, same thing, didn't pull back properly. Gold at a higher high, indecision if the daily goes bearish. I don't see the daily going bearish. So basically we're looking for it to do that. It's ugly already because the daily's super messy. Already wicked in to take profit. Can't counter trend because counter trend take profit would be right here. And daily would have to shift to do so. It's just not in a good spot. UK oil weekly had a pullback, but weekly take profit is right here. This is just not the best, to be honest. It's very crammed. Daily's bearish and the weekly take profit would be right there. It's too close to TP. At JPY needs the daily to break out. Okay, not interested. Euro JP, what the heck? We also need the daily to break out of here. So this is just so messy. Like, it's going on? Yeah, we're just gonna say the weekly's too messy. Like it's US oil. This is not gonna have enough range as well too. CHF JPY, we're basically moving sideways. Um, well, not a lot of weekly. The only thing is we'll just say there's not a lot of weekly area of interest in the middle here, so it's not moving too sideways, but so it's bullish, but there is no weekly area of interest that it pulled back to, so we're not interested in it. USD JPY. We have to look for counter trends. So boom, and we need the daily to shift. I don't know how the daily is going to shift. So it's definitely not going to happen this week. If we break the low, break the high, um, that's probably not going to happen. What was I doing? It was supposed to be didn't pull back to a weekly area of interest. Um, They're not interested in that. GU already wicked in to take profits. We would need the daily to shift. I go bearish if we were, so we'd be like at a higher high counter trends here. Needs a daily to shift. Daily would have to break high, break low, and then come by. Use the SEK weekly take profit. Can't go counter trend because it's basically right there. We have this indecision here, so we can't sell. And yeah, by the time this shifts, not interested. Euro HUF. We are bearish on or bullish on the daily. The bias is not in our favor and we're not at an area of interest. So not interested. And just be like here and use the DKK, clear everything off. I can already see we're indecision, so we'd be looking for counter trends. We'd have to come up to here. The daily would need to shift and then pull back. We're pretty close, but it might be okay. Maybe. Here's the HUF weekly lower low with an indecision. We would definitely need to counter trend that. It would go up to here. We would need the daily to shift. Euro HKD, higher high, indecision. Counter trends would have to come to here. And we would be too close basically. Okay, AUD CAD, deep pullback. What did Daily's obviously in trend, right? Okay, what did we pull back to? here. Yeah, I count it. And basically, we're just waiting for the 4 hour to shift like that. Weekly take profit. Okay, USD SGD weekly lower low indecision. We need to go counter trend. Daily needs to shift. No, daily did shift. Okay, we just need a proper pullback. Um, hmm. Let me just redo this real quick. So the daily, the weekly take profits here. Counter trend. Daily is in trend. We just need a 4 hour pullback of some sort. So the 4 hour is already going. It's already all the way down here. Basically already reacted off of here and then here. So we can't take an entry. So basically what we're looking for is for it to break out, pull back, and then go. Or just a deeper pullback again to here, which will be a prop like a deeper daily pullback. So we can put this in, we'll just say needs daily pullback, which will be the same as the 4 hour pullback anyway. So needs daily pullback, silver, weekly, can't go bearish, not at a weekly take profit. Not euro pound, weekly pullback, area of interest, daily bearish, daily needs to shift. This is the lower low. We need to make a lower low, then shift. We need to break that, break bullish. Cool. We already did USD SGD, MXN, weekly bearish. What's the daily saying? Daily's also bearish. What did the daily look like? Okay, it's not the prettiest. We basically just need a proper daily pullback. AUD USD, weekly shifted structure, indecision at the higher high, I'm not interested. That's basically the weekly indecision there. You can't buy with that with an indecision, you can't sell with that. So not interested. And Zarbamba weekly pulled back to, yeah, we're at a weekly area of interest. The daily's also bullish, and the 4 hour is also bullish at this aggressive sell to buy immediately here. Okay, 4 hours having a proper pullback. Yeah, so this one is the closest. This just needs an accumulation break retest. Right, so we're gonna wait until, because it's Sunday, 11 p.m. And we're just gonna wait after the boom. That way we know. And yeah, now they're all clean and we have all these that we're not interested in this week, so we're gonna collapse these. These need a daily shift of structure, so they might happen this week. And then these need a proper pullback, so this might shift later on this week. And then these need a 4 hour shift of structure. These might shift midweek. And this would be the one that we'd be looking for coming up here when New York, or sorry, when Free London comes, because this is the closest, has the 4 hour pullback. We're just looking for price to give us the accumulation break retest, and then we go here. So yeah, that's my Sunday breakdown. Maybe it helped, maybe it didn't.